5 SMEs, all of them with the same ambition: to grow their market share, access funding, and to improve their competitiveness. Equipped with the right expertise, strong network of mentors and robust modules, the JSE enrolled these 5 SMEs in the JSE Enterprise Acceleration Pilot Program. Established to support medium enterprises that are primed for accelerated growth, the program nurtured these 5 businesses, and now they have graduated.
Hello, I'm Keola Kunene. I look after basically strategic initiative incubation and specifically SME development in this case, as well as customer experience. But my passion is obviously SME development because that's my favorite part of my job. So the Enterprise Acceleration Program is quite new for the JSE. We have played in the medium enterprise space before. We saw a significant need for more support for acceleration. If you look at the context of South Africa, there are a lot of incubation solutions, but still a significant gap in terms of acceleration. We have quite a number of companies, yes, of course, but very few large enterprises. In terms of our structure, almost a pyramid structure in South Africa. So if we play a significant role in accelerating more in medium-sized enterprises, we'll see more large enterprises growing in the South African context, and thereby obviously improving the economic standing of our country. The JSE was inspired initially by our support of the national agenda. We as a company really are very passionate about growing the economy, supporting the people of South Africa, whether it's employment creation, whether it's being more competitive, and of course attracting more investment into the country. And a big part of that is having the new NASPATs, the new old mutuals of the future. And that can only happen through significant support. So that was the inspiration, right? We are doing more than just the acceleration program. We're driving a lot of initiatives in terms of SME development. And the acceleration, because there are so few large enterprises, the acceleration is really about finding those niche solutions and custom solutions and saying, how can we help these companies? How can we partner with them to better grow and make sure that they are growing at a rapid rate and are more competitive? You'll see a lot of the companies that we're working with in terms of the acceleration are competing not just locally, but also internationally. So a lot of that money then comes back into the country. And more than that, they are innovative. They themselves are, developing people in this country and also increasing employment. So it is a passion, but also a necessity, and that's what inspires us and will continue to inspire us to evolve this program and work with partners to do more for SMEs. The program is evolutionary, but what the program entails mostly is, first and foremost, we do an in-depth analysis of each of the companies. So looking at their business plans, their competitive strategies. It differs from company to company in terms of obviously their ambitions. One of the companies wants to go in Mexico. Another wants to look at how to improve their workforce management. But what it essentially entails is, one, really understanding each company. Second, matching them with ideal partnerships. Our program partner is Endeavor. They've got a global mentorship network that we tap into, but also defining key KPIs for each of these companies and then working with them to actually, achieve those KPIs. I'm not saying that all the KPIs are necessarily easy, but that's the point, right? The point is about acceleration. From the pilot to cohort 1, there are some changes. In terms of the pilot, we focused very heavily on masterclasses. And now we're focusing still on masterclasses and mentorship, but we're also focusing on other things such as international guardrails, international partnerships, think tanks, and really the things that matter to each of these companies. We're constantly learning and evolving. And a key part of us going into the SME space is also saying, what is our evolution? How are we better servicing this market? And how are we evolving, including competing in other countries, right? So as much as we're learning in terms of, as much as we're supporting them, we're also evolving and providing improved value propositions to SMEs, right? And more importantly, a lot of these companies are in the technology space. They are very innovative, right? And that innovation challenges us to look at ourselves and saying, okay, how are we bringing in more innovation and more agility into our business? We're very focused on agility. We're very focused on competing and helping other companies compete, our current listed companies. So it's been such a dual learning process and a dual evolutionary process that we are now looking at even more partnerships and looking at things such as how do we improve ease of doing business in South Africa? How do we improve our reforms? How do we improve even our current offerings? So there's a lot of opportunities for the JSE as well in this experience, as well as the value that we offer. But more than anything, it's made us a little bit wiser, a little bit younger, and it's keeping us on our toes. One of the things that we're good at as the JSE and that we've brought in very strongly for each of the companies is their capital raising, right? How to get funding ready, investor profiling, networks. Apart from the actual development side, there's the commercial side, going into new markets, understanding those markets, and really also working with companies in the cohort that are like-minded. I'll tell you, recently when we had a session with our new cohort, everybody was awestruck by the company that they're in. So these are really exceptional companies. So as you're learning from the program itself, you're also learning from your peers. You're also getting ready for the next stage of your investment. You're getting ready for the next stage of your growth. And it is competitive, it is compelling, and it is challenging. But it is definitely for a company that's ready for that next scale. And we want to see how we can really help you get to that next level. And hopefully, who knows, we might see the next huge company come out of this program, and that's the intent after all.
Congratulations to Mobiz, Cyrix Engineering Group, Sendmark, Signcraft Africa, and Synatic for participating in the JSE Enterprise Acceleration Pilot Program. The JSE wishes you all the best.